Hello, my name is Dalga, and I wrote and published a children's book in 2020, and I did it all on my own apart from the illustrations. I received quite a few questions on how I went about doing this, and this video is to share my journey with you, and I hope it can help you with getting started with yours. So for stage one, it will be planning. So it's about figuring out the age group that you'd like your book to cater to. Is it a picture book, or what sort of book is it? So I'll just be putting a photo here that I found on the internet, and it's just to give you a breakdown of the different age group for different books. Secondly, you'd want to consider the characters in the book. When it comes to illustrations as well, they do charge based on the different characters. And then you also want to consider the backgrounds that you would have in the book. Like, is it at a beach? Is it on the park? Where would this story be held? Also, in planning, you'd want to decide on the book size. Is the story in first person or third person, past tense or present tense? Right, so once you have your story all put together, typed on a Word document, you'd now want to consider your illustrations. Now for illustration, I actually use Fiverr for illustration. So it's a freelance website, so you can actually go on there and find people to do different things for you. So I went on there and found my illustrator, and I'll just be putting a clip in here just to show you how I did that and the process of finding an illustrator. This is the landing page after logging in to my account and selecting search and typing in illustrations children's book. Here you can see the illustrators that are available, and you can see their level of experience. So level 1, level 2, and it goes on. You can click on each illustrator and see all of the work that they've done in the past. Once you select an illustrator, you can actually see their price list and what they offer for that price. And you can also click contact seller, and that would allow you to send them a message. Usually they take about 2 hours depending on the time zone, because this website have people from all over the world. Once you have your illustrations, you'd want to, well, actually, before we get to that bit with the illustrations, I'd like to mention as well, this is something that I made a mistake on. So for the illustrations, because I'm not a very technical person, so I thought that the best thing for me to do is to have the illustrator put the text on the pages that she did for me, which in the end was actually a bad idea for me. And I'll tell you why. Because when it comes to sizing the book, the format aspect of it, sizing the book, I struggled with a lot of the tags that the illustrator put on there were actually going off the page, was cutting off the print page. So I actually had to, when I did my formatting, I actually had to put a text over the illustration, over the text that the illustrator had already put on there. So I would recommend you just have your illustrator do the illustrations, and afterwards, when it comes to the formatting, you can just add the text in on your own. And it's fairly easy just to do that. I used Pages to format my book, page by page with the size and everything. So I'll also be putting a clip in to show you how I did that as well. Here is the view of the book basically in the Pages program. Now Pages, you can find that on any Apple device. So in here is where I add my text to all of the illustrated pages. And before I did anything, I needed to set my page to match the size of my book. So I went to page setting and I set the size of my book to 8.5 height, 8.5 width, and I saved that. After doing the formatting here, I saved the copy to a PDF file, and that PDF file I uploaded to Amazon. And that's basically it. I hope this video was helpful. If you'd like to see more about how I went about uploading it to Amazon, please like, comment, and subscribe.